Welcome live to Orlando as Fox Sports proudly presents the Pro Volleyball Federation opening night of Season 2, and it's the much improved homestanding Valkyries taking on the Mojo out of San Diego. Mojo got off to a slow start, but then they found their mojo and made it into the semifinals. Well, we're about to get this thing started for the second year. I'm Paul Sunderland, joined once again by my partner, three-time Olympian Holly McPeak. Last year, by virtually every measure, the inaugural season was a tremendous success in the PVF. What are you looking forward to most this second year?
Paul, I'm looking forward to a lot. All these teams learned what it takes to win at this level, and free agency spread the talent around the league, so parity's going to be better than ever. I cannot wait to get this PVF party started.
Well, we're about to get started. There are a couple of other matches that we'll tell you about also on opening night. But let's talk about San Diego. Once again, got off to a very slow start. They had a slow schedule. They had a tough schedule, but Veronica Stone really lit it up. She was their cornerstone that got them into the playoffs.
Veronica Stone is a dynamic middle. She's very dangerous off one foot. She was the original slide queen, and she can score at a high clip, so San Diego wants to get her going early and often.
Mentioned that the Valkyries out of Orlando considered to be much, much improved this year. Why? Who did they get in the offseason?
Brittany Abercrombie. Brittany Abercrombie is the 7th-year pro. It seems like she was at the University of Southern California just a few years ago, but she's one of those players who was good in college but keeps getting better year after year after year. She spent the summer training on a men's net. Hitting is a high contact point, and she's got all the tools to score for Orlando.
San Diego is spending a lot of their serve and pass preparing on how to stop Abercrombie, the big lefty. There she is. Pornpun Goodpard out of Thailand. Outstanding setter. Brown in the middle. Georgia Murphy. Libero. Adora Anai was the offensive weapon for Orlando last year. She's got a lot of help. Schwann and Hansen will be on the outside and in the middle, respectively. For San Diego, 13-11 last year. Lost in the semifinals to the eventual champions. Dae-Young Lee, 3 times the most outstanding setter in the Korean League, has come over. We talked about Stone. Reagan Pittman playing opposite, not in the middle. She will hit some slides from that position. Tabron, Blackwell, Lund, and Venegas. Venegas, an outstanding libero. And Layla Blackwell is from San Diego, now playing in her hometown. There is Deetra Collins, the assistant coach. Taiba Hanif Park will be next to her. She was the first ever PVF Coach of the Year last year. We'll get you a good shot of Taiba Hanif Park, a 2-time Olympian. There is Amy Pauley, also in her 2nd season, formerly associate head coach at USC with our good friend Brad Keller. Listed as one of the top 40 in volleyball under 40, when previously she was one of the top 30 under 30. So we're all getting a little older, including yours truly. Well, we're about to kick this thing off. Omaha won the championship last year, and I told you we were going to get you Taiba Hanif Park, and we did. 2-time Olympian, 2-time silver medalist, an NCAA champion, and also an 11-year pro career, and did a fantastic job. Had to overcome and stay so positive last year. When we talked about San Diego didn't get the best of it in terms of scheduling. There were some facility issues. Those have been resolved in the 2nd year. I think you're really going to enjoy the schedule of the PVF. A lot of matches on Thursday and on Sunday, and looking forward to it. Orlando will be in their home blue uniforms. They were 8-16 last year. But as we talked about, they were picked 2nd, much improved, and everybody else thinks so. They were picked to finish 2nd behind only Atlanta in the preseason poll.
Amy Pauley, the head coach for Orlando, committed to a roster early. She knew she had a depth of talent, and she wanted to make sure these players knew that she was committed to them.
There is Abercrombie, 6'2". She was the 2024 Athletes Unlimited champion, which is really a feather in her cap. Has played professionally in Korea, Poland, and Germany. Out of USC, and I'm like you. We've done a lot of matches through the years, and it seems like she was just there. San Diego will be in their road yellow uniforms. Crowd still filing in to the Addition Finance Arena, right adjacent to the University of Central Florida campus. Pretty chilly here. It was,
unusually chilly.
Yeah, it was in the 50s. I got off the plane yesterday and I had to check to see where I was. Best 3 out of 5 sets. Some of the rules are a little bit different, and bit by bit we'll introduce you to that. Just as a teaser, 8 substitutions as opposed to 15 in the NCAAs, 8 substitutions as opposed to 6 internationally. And here is Adora Anai out of the University of Utah. Longtime pro underway. Going to see a lot of long rallies. Very good cover. Quickly to the outside and through the block. Number 28 for San Diego. Kayla Lund, 6-foot outside hitter, played collegiately at Missouri and Pittsburgh, and a 4-time All-American, has played professionally in both Puerto Rico and in Switzerland. There is Layla Blackwell, 6'4". She is a rookie middle blocker, played at the University of San Diego. Remember that well. She went on to the national semifinals and then spent the last year at Nebraska.
Taiba Hanif Park said a lot of good things about Layla Blackwell. Loves her handwork defensively.
Bump set a little bit tight. Smart shot up into the block to recycle. Veronica Stone on the slide, and Kaz Brown can't make the second contact. Number 11 in blue with the miscue, and Veronica Stone with the opening kill, number 7 in yellow, or gold if you will, for the Mojo. If you're called the Mojo, it better be gold, not yellow, right?
True.
There we go, there we go.
Dae-Young Lee, the setter for San Diego, didn't join the team till December 28th, so still trying to find her rhythm with her teammates and timing.
There is Reagan Pittman, 3-time All-American at Minnesota. Schwann, nice dig by Venegas. Libero play, very important and exceptional in this league. Right side, Abercrombie, very, very smart. Tip or throw down, if you will, but legal in my mind. Did you like that one, Holly?
I do. San Diego was trying to work on defending Brittany Abercrombie. She's really good at attacking the line, so Shara Venegas moves to the line, and she jams it down the middle. Venegas a little too dug in defensively.
Abercrombie will go back to serve and misses that one into the top of the tape. Challenges, of course, will be an integral part of this contest. There are 2 challenges per team per set, and we have the Bolt 6 system. It is an outstanding system that all the teams in the PVF have invested heavily in. Really good challenge system. Tay Braun off the top, dug easily by Anai off the block touch. And Abercrombie inside the block of Veronica Stone and the kill, her second.
For San Diego, we've seen 2 rookies making a contribution. Maya Tabron on the outside, and there you see Bolt 6 and Layla Blackwell in the middle for San Diego. So 2 freshmen on the floor for them early.
Tabron is impressed, particularly in reception, working tough serve on Venegas. And going off the top of the block, there is a touch there. That ball's called out of bounds, and we might have our first challenge. It has been changed. Good work by the official. Quickly there, that's Michelle Prater, the first referee, and one of the other big changes for PVF. Oh, actually, the ball was in. That's an area that you cannot challenge with Bolt 6. All of the line calls are done electronically. They're done very accurately.
I love it.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Love that.
And they're done very, very quickly. So no need for a challenge.
We've seen some weird serves to start this first match. I don't know if it's first match nerves, but a lot of balls in the net short.
Yeah, you do not want to miss into the net. Missing long is not great either, but at least
it's a little better.
It's a little better.
They might play it.
There you go. There you go. Kaz Brown, 6'4" middle blocker. She was the 2024 inaugural season's PVF middle blocker of the year. Been a pro since 2018. Again, the time just flies by. Remember when she was at Kentucky's, played in France and Greece and also in Germany. And the second referee, another big change, Suzanne Lowry, who people know from the NCAA championships, an outstanding referee, is on the same side and will be coordinating all the challenges and confirming calls. Kaz Brown will head to the sideline. Very nice first contact, leading to a quick attack out of the middle.
Perfect pass, setting up the quick, high percentage attack to Layla Blackwell out of the middle.
Another service error, exactly right. Yeah, this is too many.
Yeah.
Maybe some early nerves. It's the opening night. There's some rookies on the floor, also some very experienced players. And Dae-Young Lee, 5'10", her 11th season as a pro, and 3 times, as I mentioned, the best setter in the Korean League. A very good league, mind you. Blackwell again, and a good look at Lee. Perfect delivery out of the middle. What did you see from her at serve and pass today, and what you've seen so far? I
loved her interaction with players, asking every time about where they wanted that set. And Layla Blackwell is an easy target to set. Big, physical player and really nice offensive routes. She's going to be a big weapon for San Diego all season.
Braun with the serve, the number 13 overall pick. Good high swing, dug by Lee. Not a good set in transition. Kayla Lund up into the block. Pretty smart shot, but she's got to get better help from her teammates.
Agreed. You know, in transition, your team's going to dig a ball. You want to make sure you're covering or giving her the set that she can score off in transition.
Anai trying to go short. Venegas all over that. Quickly to the right side. That is nicely done offensively by Pittman.
One of the benefits for San Diego, having Reagan Pittman as that opposite, you've got a double quick attack. Watch here, short ball, you have Layla Blackwell driving in the middle and then Pittman going off 1 foot on the right side.
And that ball served out of bounds. Marginally better, but still a point.
Serving woes continue. Getting those all out of the way, hopefully.
Abby Hansen on to serve, 6'5", strong middle blocker, a lot of size and athleticism on the floor for both of these teams. Lund up into the block again, pretty good swing, getting another chance. Shampoo with the first contact, better block. Veronica Stone, number 7 in gold, all over that for San Diego.
The San Diego block moved way in, and you're right, Veronica Stone, her handwork taking that offense away. San Diego up 8-7 over Orlando early.
Franklin Sports is a proud partner of the Pro Volleyball Federation, coming your way on Fox Sports, the official ball of the PVF. Formed that partnership last year, back with 3-time Olympian bronze medalist, NCAA champion Ollie McPeak. I'm Paul Sunderland. The opening night of Season 2 of the Pro Volleyball Federation. San Diego in gold. It is the Orlando Valkyries in their home blue uniforms coming out of the technical timeout. Well, that's such a good swing, and immediately confirmed by Bolt 6, and you're exactly right. Brittany Abercrombie, just a complete pro right now, coming into her 8th season.
And I love all the tools. We've seen her jam, this time going deep to the corner, high contact point. That's a hard ball to bring back.
Very good reception by Braun. Good block out of the middle, and the joust, and another deep one. Smart shot by Kaz Brown, number 11 in blue. Very nicely done by Orlando.
And it started with a defensive block by Kaz Brown, lining up on the middle one-on-one. It got covered, but set her up for success on the last play.
Perfect reception by Lund, one-on-one. Pretty good block touch that time by Shampoo. Lund again, no, right side to Stone. That's a miscue. Venegas with the dig, and San Diego unable to follow along. Orlando leading at 10-8 opening set. We haven't had a challenge yet, but there will be 2. It's the international format, 2 challenges per set per team, and as long as you were correct, you have an unlimited number. Working on Lund, been pretty much up to it. And there is the original queen of the slide, followed in a very distinguished manner by Asia O'Neal. And then Andy Jackson.
Andy Jackson. They keep passing that crown down. Watch this location, and the pace of the set to Ronica Stone creates a big hole in the block for San Diego.
What a set that time by Dae-Young Lee. And she's replacing the setter of the year last year out of Thailand, Nutsara Tomkom. Good block touch. Georgia Murphy with the contact, and smartly done. Kaz Brown off of Tabron and out of bounds.
How about Shampoo with the quick back set in transition with her platform to Kaz Brown for the kill.
Pornpun Goodpard, 5'7", has played professionally in Japan, Thailand, and South Korea. Native of Thailand, but goes by Shampoo. And right on cue, a very nice pancake. Good free ball pass. Nicely handled, and Tabron, big arm out of SMU. She was very, very impressive in the year that she spent with the Mustangs at SMU.
San Diego setter Dae-Young Lee has done a good job isolating her hitters on the outside. That one, Tabron one-on-one. She wins the battle at the net.
Handled nicely overhand. The set a little bit tight and well left that time smartly by Ronica Stone. Good read, knowing where she was. And Shampoo and Kaz Brown just off a little bit. Teams have been in training camp since the very beginning of December. Very accelerated preparation, but both coaches thought that they were well versed and comfortable with one another for the start of the season. Again, Anai, very good overhand pass, and that off of Stone and out of bounds.
Adora Anai carried a lot of the offense last year for Orlando, but there's a lot more balance on her side of the net. She's got a big arm out of the University of Utah, and she can score. That's the 4-to-4 swing that we've seen a lot.
Nice by Tabron, but we'll get the Bolt 6 call, and that was out of bounds. Once again, you cannot challenge in or out. That's all done electronically. You can challenge foot fault on the service line, 3-meter line, center line, touch off the block, and a net violation, ball up or down, and 4 contacts. Tough serve. Lund pretty good in reception. And a better block, beautifully done by Hansen out of the middle.
Really nice one-on-one eye work to get in front of Layla Blackwell. I wasn't sure which side of the net that went down. It happened so fast.
A bang-bang play, as they say. There's a lot of banging going on. Nice play by Blackwell once again. How good was she for the University of San Diego in that one big run? Beat Stanford up in Palo Alto to get to the national semifinals, transferred to Nebraska, and then when Andy Jackson went out with an injury, she put up some really big numbers, and that's why she was such a desirable draft pick coming into the PVF. That's an unforced error that time. 3 kills for Brittany Abercrombie, but is getting a lot of action already with 7 swings.
Orlando's going to go to Abercrombie a lot, but I think you got to get your other hitters going early and then go back to her.
Dae-Young Lee once again. Schwann, pretty good pass. Dug by Lee, chance by Pittman on the outside, and very, very nicely done. Number 21 in the gold for out of transition.
You don't see Reagan Pittman hit a lot of high balls. She places that perfectly, but 2 Orlando players on their knees looking at that ball drop. They got to lay down for that one.
Tied at 14, opening set. Working on Schwann. That pass is too easy. 3 ball, but a tough one. Tabron, what a good block touch. Saving a point by Hansen out of the middle. Abercrombie is dug, but cannot be controlled by Kayla Lund. Very, very good swing.
Orlando going early to another hitter and then back to Brittany Abercrombie to finish the rally. Big hole in that San Diego block. Layla Blackwell chasing there.
Shampoo back to serve. Boy, that had nothing on it, and a shank. That's an unusual miss by number 31 in gold, Tabron. Very good in reception and out there as a rookie, according to Taiba Hanif Park, because of her first contact quality. Kayla Lund, they got off of her early. Timeout is being called by San Diego. A little mini run here by Orlando on top. 16-14, opening set, opening night of season 2 in the PVF. midway through the opening set, and then some. Orlando with a 16-14 advantage. Playoff time is coming Sunday on Fox after a historic regular season. Saquon Barkley leads the Eagles as they begin their playoff run against Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers Sunday at 4 Eastern on Fox, all part of Wild Card Weekend.
And good connection there. Jordan Love actually engaged to Ronica Stone on the San Diego team. Did you know that?
I did know that.
There's a good connection.
I didn't remember, but thank you for reminding us. There is Tabron. Nice comeback, number 31 in gold. Very important side-out score for the San Diego Mojo. Once again in the semifinals last year, 13-11. There is Ronica Stone, the leading efficiency attacker in all of the PVF last year. Working on an eye, and she has been right up to it as far as reception is concerned. Nice dig by Pittman. Lund going high hands. Boy, I love the touch of the setter, Lee. Oh, good hustle. Tabron after it, but a little bit of a miscommunication there with San Diego's backcourt defense.
San Diego needs to take care of those freebies. I mean, that's just an off-speed shot that's got to be picked up.
Absolutely, Holly, absolutely. Adora Anai, 6'2", 8-year pro out of Utah, Turkey, and Greece, along with South Korea. Good year last year, 3.5 kills. That is a shank pass. That is very unusual for the outstanding libero, Shara Venegas, out of Puerto Rico, wearing the libero's jersey.
But that serve from Adora Anai, the bottom just dropped out. Venegas was tracking it, looked like she was there, and just ball dropped away from her.
Mentioned the numbers for Anai last year. She was basically a lot of the offense for Orlando, 3.5 kills and over 3 digs. That was very good. Poor connection there. San Diego struggling, and immediately Dayon Lee says, my bad, looking on the slide to Pittman.
And that's one of the disadvantages, joining the team so late. She's been with this team for about a week, so trying to find that rhythm, the height, the pace that the hitters are used to.
19:15, the second and final timeout taken by Taiba Hanif Park and San Diego. Let's take a look at some of the upcoming schedule. There were 2 other matches going on later tonight. Atlanta at Omaha at 8 Eastern and Grand Rapids at Las Vegas at 10 Eastern. Numbers you should know, and the numbers are really, really interesting. 24 national broadcasts, including on Fox Sports 1 and 2, CBS Sports Network, and the All-Star match will be played on February 22nd in Indianapolis. The Indy Ignite, an expansion team in the PVF, that will be on CBS. Some very important numbers. The finals site to be determined. May 9th will be the semifinals. May 11th will be the championship match. And then also 16 matches on national streaming service Roku.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot of PVF coming your way.
Yes, lucky for the fans.
Two very impressive coaches on the sidelines here. Amy Pauley, who we've had a chance to know from her time at USC and then now taking over the Valkyrie. And really thought that this team has a lot of depth. Adora Anai got the start tonight because of her reception qualities, but also has a lot more help, particularly because of Abercrombie. Here is Anai once again. Good first contact in center field by Anai. What a dig by Dayon Lee. Block deflection, and that time away from Georgia Murphy, the libero for Orlando. Could not track that one down. Very important side-out score.
Watch this dig from Dayon Lee, number 19 in yellow for San Diego, doing the splits to get under this ball, and then Kayla Lund taking another tough swing out of system, going flat off the hands, out of the reach of the defense in the backcourt.
Lund now 3 kills officially, make that 2 kills on 11 swings. He's had a lot of very difficult opportunities. Number 32, Lauren Page, 6-foot middle blocker, 6th year as a professional. First season in the PVF, coming on the floor now to serve for San Diego. 19-16 is the advantage. First 4 sets to 25 points. If we play a 5th set, it will be played to 15. Some communication between the first referee, the second referee, and the scorers table. Want to make sure everything is just right. The PVF has integrated some things to keep the pace of play moving right along. They have a serving clock as soon as the previous play ends, you have 15 seconds to get the ball into play, and you get a warning at 8 seconds. You want to keep up the pace of play. Not sure what this is about, Holly. So Amy Pauley over talking to the first referee, Michelle Prater. We're set to go. Another serve into the net. That was clean. It was flat, but just a little bit too low. Paige will head back to the sideline. This is Natalie Foster, 6'4" middle blocker, 14th overall pick out of SMU. And what a season. You had SMU a lot, as did I. And they have Maya, Naya, and now they also have into the lineup Natalie Foster. She'll come in to serve. A very, very good season for Sam Erger.
And Amy Pauley talks about Natalie Foster, and we heard this all season long as a collegiate player. She's got $1 million arm, so here she's using a player this tall, a middle blocker, to come in as a serving specialist.
Well, I like that arm. There was nothing left in the tank, and the block was better. Kaz Brown, number 11. Really good read against Stone.
Kaz Brown, her eye work defensively, the way she tracks the ball, it's made her one of the best blockers wherever she goes. All the blocking records at the University of Kentucky belong to her.
Veronica Stone now 2 of 6 with 1 error. There's Pittman on the slide. A little unusual the way San Diego deploys Reagan Pittman, normally a middle, but now playing in the opposite.
They wanted the size of Pittman on the right side to shut down the big left-siders, but here the double quick and the pace of that set from Daeyoung Lee out to that right pin is really impressive.
Haile Hiapo coming on now as a serving specialist. 8 substitutions. Unlike collegiately with 15, and unlike internationally. Oh, that's a really good swing. Nice swing by Courtney Schwann, wearing number 4 in blue for Orlando.
Courtney Schwann was a star at the University of Washington. Really impressive as a Pac-12 athlete. And look at her use the entire court, going deep court away from Venegas.
Perfect pass by Lund, and back to Lund one-on-one, and rips that down the line. But back to Courtney Schwann, number 4 in blue. Played in Italy last year, one of the top leagues in the world. She is playing at a very, very high level. You add Schwann, you add Abercrombie. That's why Orlando expected to be so very improved on the year, as Kayla Lund will go back to serve. Lund now 3 of 12 in attacking. Oh, right through the block and down. Kaz Brown been very, very good in both phases.
San Diego block a little bit late on their press, and with a quick arm like Kaz Brown running that quick set, your hands have to shoot over the net, not just up, over on the opponent's side of the net to block that ball.
Kaz Brown 2 of 3 in attacking. We'll give you Schwann's numbers. Not a perfect pass. Good block deflection. Murphy, first contact. Brown again. That ball's in. Very good transition offense, and Orlando rolling right now.
For Orlando, it starts with a nice block touch, and that sets them up to score in transition. Reward your middle blocker for all that defensive work she's doing.
Set point number 1 for Brown and the Orlando Valkyries. Stone on the slide, not great contact. Anai looking high hands and gets it. A really solid run in the latter stages of this opening set. In the home opener, in the opener of the 2nd season of the Pro Volleyball Federation, Adore Anai, the leader offensively last year in Orlando. Impressive in the opening set, Holly.
I thought so. I thought they were very balanced in Orlando, taking a 1-0 lead over San Diego. My husband said.
Well, we said that Orlando was expected to be one of the most improved teams in this year's Pro Volleyball Federation, and they looked like it in the opening set. A 9-3 run, Holly McPeak, to close out 25-18 over the visitors from San Diego.
Looking at the first set stats, San Diego, 5 service errors. And when we talked to Taiba Hanif Park, she said, look, we're really confident in our defense and our block, but if you make 5 service errors, it's hard for your defense to work. And Orlando was able to score at a high clip because of that. So Orlando, really nice first set, hitting 410.
That is a great note to remember what Taiba Hanif Park told us throughout training camp. Again, very, very impressed with their ability to play in the block defense phase, but that's 5 times that they had no chance whatsoever. Maya Tabron, the outstanding rookie, 13th overall pick out of SMU on to serve. The Valkyries in their home blue uniforms. And another off-speed shot gets to the floor, this in front of Korean setter Dae-Young Lee.
We saw deep corner swing earlier from Courtney Schwann. This time just a nice soft touch over Layla Blackwell, and the off blocker can touch it, she just can't control it for San Diego.
Dae-Young Lee going after that ball, caught her hand on the floor and came up.
Not good when your setters are grabbing their fingers with their hand.
I was going to say that is not necessarily a good sign. We're being told that she collided. Let's take another look. Going there. Ooh. Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is Kayla Lund. Yeah, Kayla Lund, number 28 in gold, coming from the weak side, and ran into the setter. A little tape, a little please go forward, hurt no more. She has looked very impressive so far as Dae-Young Lee, once again in her 11th season overall as the pro, and 3 times voted the best setter in the Korean League. There's a pretty good backup on San Diego, though, in Sarah Sponsel. Good swing into the cross court, dug by Schwann. Just underway here in the second. Towards the end of the opening set, it was all Orlando on a 9-3 run. Good reaction by Abercrombie, playing defense in the right front. Pittman on the hard slide. Got to take a moment. Another rule change that's come into the Pro Volleyball Federation, and it's an interesting one. When you're receiving serve, you have to line up in rotation. You have to be in your specific spot. But defensively, if you're in the left front, but you're going to block on the right, defensively, you can just go stand. I like it. I like it. It's all about pace of play and keeping things simple.
Agreed. I think it's harder to keep track of your rotation, and that's why we've seen teams ask the referee what rotation they're in.
Brittany Abercrombie again, as advertised.
Beautiful pass by Schwann, putting right in the setter's hands, and then Brittany Abercrombie is deadly. All the tools so far early in this match for Orlando.
Lund with a cut shot, easily handled by Schwann. Schwann up into the block. Good rejection that time by Ronica Stone and Reagan Pittman. You know, we've talked a lot about Dae-Young Lee. Looks like her hand is okay. But Shampoo, out of Thailand, only 5'7", 10th year as a pro, has been very, very good so far. She's now in the left front. Again, that's her specific spot. You got to line up in rotation when you're receiving serve. Anai is a very, very good overhand passer, isn't she? Super strong.
Incredible. She's got really strong hands, and I love the set right there from Shampoo number 3 for Orlando. Beautiful feed to the pin, one-on-one.
Courtney Schwann, 3 kills on 5 attempts, no errors. Hitting at a 600 clip. Working on Lund, been good in first contact. Set was not perfect, pretty smart. Georgia Murphy coming up just a little bit short on the hustle attempt by the libero for Orlando.
Brittany Abercrombie sneaking up the line, wasn't ready to dig that ball, got away from her.
Lund has been getting a lot of action on the left side. She's already taken 14 swings. Pretty clean. She's been blocked once, but only 3 kills. Perfect pass by Schwann. Boy, kaboom, love that offense. What a delivery that time by Shampoo, and what a reception.
And it starts with that first contact. Courtney Schwann, her platform, just laying it in the hands of her setter. And then I like that matchup for Orlando, going at the smaller blocker for San Diego, Dayoung Lee.
Right side, Ronica Stone. That connection is just not there right now. What's the adjustment?
The ball needs to be set higher. I like the pace, but it needs to be higher so Ronica Stone can get on top of that. And that comes with reps, live reps together. They're only going to get better as the season goes on.
Once again, last year, Ronica Stone, the most efficient attacker in all of the Pro Volleyball Federation, hitting at a 336 clip against an awful lot of very, very good defenders. There she is, back to serve. I think she'll be watching some football on Sunday. If she's not otherwise occupied, I'll check the schedule. She might have a match on Sunday. We'll be in Grand Rapids for the match against the defending champions of the inaugural season, the Omaha Supernovas. Tied at 5, just underway here in the second set. Very easy serve, easily handled by Lund. And Tabron, good arm through the block and down.
At this level, you got to pick up the service pressure. We saw a lot of errors early. At least they're getting it in the court. But in-system pass, and Tabron able to score for San Diego on the left pin.
Schwann is very good in reception. You can see how technical her platform is. Nice dig by Venegas, and that ball missed out of bounds. Adora Anai is playing some really good volleyball right now, defensively, in reception, and also doing her share offensively.
Amy Pauley said, look, our practices have been lights out, competitive, pushing one another, and it's really elevated everybody's game in the gym.
Once again, Orlando picked second in the preseason poll behind only Atlanta, who were the regular season champions last year. And in the semifinals, you remember, Atlanta suffered a couple of key injuries. The semifinals were 3-2, and then it was Omaha over Grand Rapids 3-0 for the inaugural championship. And a quick reminder, $1 million in prize money. That was sweet. Another missed serve, and Taiba Hanif Park very, very frustrated by all of the service errors, particularly those coming up short in the net. Technical timeout here in Orlando. We'll step aside. The Valkyries leading it 1-0. We've mentioned the preseason poll a couple of times, and just like that, our crew brings it up. Just how does that happen? The Atlanta Vibe with 4 first-place votes, followed by Orlando and Omaha, the defending champions. The expansion in the Ignite, they've done a very, very nice job in building their roster, and on down Grand Rapids, Vegas, and San Diego, and then Columbus coming up the rear in this 8-team league. Venegas is down, the libero for San Diego, so we will have a stoppage. My focus was on the ball on Orlando's side. I did not see what happened. Maybe another collision. We've already had one. Dayoung Lee injured her index finger on her right hand. And a lot of concern over on the side. Kylie Hiapo is getting ready to come on. You can play with either 1 or 2 liberos in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Just looked like she slipped and landed very, very awkwardly. And Shara Venegas, 5'7" veteran out of Puerto Rico, played 24 matches last year for the Mojo, 3.6 digs. She is certainly a veteran, 32 years of age, and says she's going to be able to continue. Right side, good block deflection by Schwann along with Kaz Brown. Anai out of the back row. What an explosion behind the 3-meter line.
Adora Anai, known for her arm, just gets on top of this big attack. Watch the ball explode off of her hand. Beautiful location, lead, and then boom, fastball to the corner for Orlando.
Hansen with the serve. Blackwell quickly. Nice swing inside the block that time. Nicely done by Kayla Lund.
Kayla Lund finally gets an in-system opportunity and scores inside the block for San Diego.
Lund now with 4 kills on 16 swings. Maya Tabron 4 kills on 10 swings. I won't. I was looking at the stats, but I know what happened.
Okay.
I know what happened. It's way too many. Not only too many misses, but they're all seemingly into the net. There is Abercrombie. After this point, we'll give you her numbers. She's been, as advertised so far, really a pro. Off speed, nicely done. That's deflected away from Shampoo and Abercrombie. Brittany Abercrombie, 5 of 12, hitting .250. She's been blocked once and hit 1 ball out of bounds. And Amy Pauley talked about it, and you mentioned it. The consummate pro takes care of herself. She's very, very diligent about her diet and her rest and her training off the floor. She's going to be a huge addition to this team and to the league. Schwann, nicely done. Played in Italy last year. She's used to seeing some of the best. The Italian women, speaking of the best, won the gold medal over the United States this past year in Paris.
Both teams, Orlando and San Diego, their setters are in the front row, 2 of the smallest blockers on the court. Watch them set in that part of the court.
Another rare, and whenever Maya Tabron, who looks very technically sound in reception, that was a straight shank. And Orlando should go right back at her, now leading 12-8. Nice play by Lund to shrink the court. Murphy with the dig, now pretty good bump set. Anai off speed.
Defense so far back in the court for San Diego because Anai can put some power behind that. So they're playing deep in the court, and that short ball right over the block falls.
8-6 at the technical timeout, so a 5-2 run now for Orlando. Haven't really gotten Ronica Stone rolling. That is Kayla Lund with a heavy hammer off the left side. 4-4.
Kayla Lund's got a heavy arm, and she's got the setter, the smallest player, Shampoo, for Orlando in front of her. She's going to take advantage and take some big rips.
Here is Lund. Oh, tough serve. Look at that pass. Wonderful reception. Block deflection out of the middle by Stone. Dug easily. Beautiful by Georgia Murphy, the libero. Murphy again. Anai off the edge of the block and out of bounds. Number 14 in blue.
San Diego there, well-formed block, but Adora Anai uses that beautiful tool off the outside hand of the block to score this point. See, the pretty well-formed forehands over the net using the outside hand of Lee, out of bounds.
As a team, the Valkyries are hitting .450 in terms of efficiency. Anai even higher than that at 600. Nicely done by Stone.
And Daeyoung Lee setting that ball a little bit higher for Ronica Stone, and she's able to find open court in the middle.
14-10 is the advantage. Orlando went on a 9-3 run to take the opening set 25-18. Very easy serve. Good first contact chance here for San Diego. Blackwell off the top of the block.
Daeyoung Lee, lots of confidence setting her middle attackers. Watch her push this ball all the way across the court to Layla Blackwell. The pace on that set, beautiful. And Layla Blackwell flat off the hands for the San Diego point.
Yeah, San Diego's going to have a lot of upside offensively once Lee Daeyoung Lee gets very, very comfortable with all of her attackers. Nice contact by Schwann. Cover by Schwann. Anai Anai annihilating the block of San Diego.
Young Lee got her on the first ball, really disciplined with her hands, and they go right back. They like that matchup. Anai on Lee, and she just misses it off her outside hand going wide.
Anai is uniquely good because she has such an arm. Just a short approach, and she's still able to get a lot of heat on the ball. Blackwell, nice cover that time by Lund. Excellent read. Shampoo, Abercrombie off speed. Tabron. Anai, once again, just tooling the block of San Diego time and time again. What adjustment should they make?
You have to take that line away. Lee, be disciplined on that right hand on the antenna. Take it away. Anaya's been too good, tooling and going down the line for Orlando.
That is a really good matchup right now for the Valkyrie. Orlando up 1-0 and 16-11 here in the second, and want to remind you we are right in the midst of conference play. College basketball Saturday on Fox Sports Primetime Hoops. It's a battle in the Big Ten as Indiana takes on Iowa. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. Back with three-time Olympian, NCAA champion, bronze medalist Holly McPeak. I'm Paul Sunderland. Thanks so much for joining us. The start of season number 2 in the PVF. Off speed, Shampoo all over that. That is a poor set and a better block by Anai, who says, come on, I got you. That's that matchup again.
Young Lee, a lefty, goes up. She wants to rip it. I like her mindset for San Diego. But Anai all over this ball, goes tight, and she gets her hands on the other side of the net. Beautiful defensive stop.
Anai, 9 of 16, no errors. Tabron, good swing, still off the floor. And good play off the edge. Nicely done that time offensively for San Diego. Much needed a side-out kill for Layla Blackwell. Love
the ricochet dig, getting it over for Orlando, but San Diego cleaning things up.
Gonna look at the numbers for both Blackwell and Stone. They seem a little bit quiet to me so far offensively, and particularly Stone, very important. Oh, good read by Lund. That was an open net that time for Anai. Again by Lund. Adora Anai is having a lot of fun out here tonight in the opener.
Adora Anai feeling it. Lots of confidence, seeing that open corner, and with those strong hands that we talked about, just throwing it to the corner for the kill. That's just a heads-up play.
Ronica Stone right now is 3 of 9 with a couple of errors, and Blackwell is 4 of 7. Blackwell's numbers are better. Very smart play. That time off the edge of the block by Maya Tabron.
Middle attackers are pass dependent, so you need a good pass to get that ball. And then the other thing is the Young Lee, the late arrival December 28th, they don't have that time and rhythm setters to middle attackers.
Very tough serve, handled reasonably well. Nice play once again by Venegas, showing no ill effects from that awkward fall she took moments ago. Nice play. Georgia Murphy getting down right under the net to make the play. And there's Blackwell. Blackwell putting up good offensive numbers. And she was outstanding for John Cook and the Cornhuskers when Andy Jackson had to sit for a while.
Watch Layla Blackwell of San Diego make herself available in transition. She sees this ball going, stays behind her setter. Beautiful target to go crossbody for the kill.
One of the league's most popular personalities, the expert and enthusiastic floor wiper here
My favorite.
for the Valkyries. That ball served just out of bounds, and Taiba Hanif Park, the outstanding coach, last year's Coach of the Year in the Pro Volleyball Federation, just puts her foot down in frustration over all the service errors.
Natalie Foster, 6'4", had a fantastic year with SMU. Again, for Orlando, being used as a serving sub because of her arm.
More on the serving story. That's 9 service errors now for San Diego against no aces. That is a really tough serve. Good call, partner.
Thank you.
And what a good substitution deployed by Amy Pauley.
When we talked to Sam Erger, the head coach at SMU, she said, guess what? Natalie Foster didn't even serve in previous years in college. She just started serving last year, and look at the weapon it's become.
Good play that time by Venegas. Oh, and better. Blackwell, number 26 in gold with a rip off of Dae-Young Lee.
And Dae-Young Lee getting that ball in a really nice position. Love the pace of that set. Got it high enough for Layla Blackwell to terminate down the line.
Lee looks okay after injuring her finger early on in the second set. Block touch. Coming to Lund, must have here for San Diego to get back in this set, and they do. Kaz Brown's going, wait a minute, what am I doing up here by myself? She
wants that one back.
Probably should have stayed down, but it's a little bit easier to laugh that one off when you're leading 20-16 and 1-0. Schwann, boy, really good reception. Really like her in first contact. That got a piece of the block. Veronica Stone saying, no, I didn't touch it. We might have a challenge. What a good roll shot by Courtney Schwann.
Courtney Schwann disguised that roll shot perfectly. Watch number 4. And what would you call that, dark blue? For Orlando.
It's a lovely dark blue.
She cocks her arm back like she's gonna rip it, and then beautiful Midas touch, top spin, drops it right in the middle of the court.
It's Valka blue.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's not a thing. I just kind of making it up here. Reagan Pittman, the timing not there.
We knew that would be an issue. Taiba Hanif Park, she said the same thing. Look, we're trying to do the best we can right now. Our connection, our rhythm as a team is going to get better and better as the season goes on.
Give you the hitting numbers for both of these teams. Nice play by Tabron. It's a very, very balanced Orlando team with Anai, Abercrombie to go along with Schwann. Good read by Shampoo. Schwann again, ripping 4-4. Dug by Lund. Right on top of the net. Perfect first contact. Dug by Tabron. Free ball. That's how you play transition volleyball. Beautifully by Kaz Brown from Shampoo.
What I loved about that play is Adora Anai. She knows this ball's coming over. She steps in front of Brittany Abercrombie, takes it to set up the offense. Really nice move to deliver that ball to her setter.
Number 19, Lydia Grote, 6'2" opposite. 17th overall pick out of Minnesota. Sister Marin played last year in the league and is playing in Grand Rapids. We'll see her on Sunday. Middle blocker. Lund down the line off Abercrombie. Couldn't agree more about the read by Anai. Wanted to free up Abercrombie to get into her pattern. Yeah, really good call, Holly.
Shampoo back in the match. Lydia Grote just came in as a blocking sub for Orlando. Setter back on the floor now for Orlando.
Again, 8 substitutions. You can only go in and out for the same player. Here is Sarah Sponsel. 5'8", outstanding athlete. 20 matches last year for Grand Rapids. Played at LMU and on the beach as well at UCLA and indoors.
This is a double sub. Elise McGee out of Baylor will block on the right side, providing San Diego with a big block as well.
Shampoo to Schwann. And I tried to get in front of Abercrombie again. Tabron, must have for San Diego. Good set to the outside and tipped down by Kayla Lund.
San Diego, every opportunity they get, they're attacking Shampoo, the smaller blocker, at about 5'8" for Orlando. Good block touch. Tabron pushes it up to the setter, and then there's the attack down the line. Good set from Sarah Sponsel, who's in there for the double sub for San Diego.
That serve is too easy. And once again, the tip down by Kaz Brown. That was right to Courtney Schwann. And now it will be 6 set points for Brown and Orlando.
Sarah Sponsel's going to stay in and set this rotation.
Yeah, we might see a setter change. Daeyoung Lee has not been connecting, particularly with the slide hitter, so there might be a change. And Sponsel is very capable. Hustle by San Diego, but once again, Brown, Schwann, Abercrombie, and Adora Anai has been exceptional. And the setter, Shampoo, a really solid team performance so far for Orlando, now leading 2 sets to none. Well, you better not sleep on the Orlando Valkyries this season, because as you've already seen, much improved over San Diego, 2 sets to none behind Adora Anai and Kaz Brown. Combined, they've been nearly perfect, Holly.
It may or may not be past that young lady's bedtime. No, Kaz Brown and Adora Anai have been really impressive for Orlando, but they've been taking turns who dominates. First set, we saw Brittany Abercrombie get most of the offense, and Courtney Schwann has been fantastic at that first contact, setting up Kaz Brown. 7 kills on 11 swings. We talk about her defense, but her offense has been fire so far to start this match in this season for Orlando.
Big advantage for Orlando, at least on opening night at the setting position. Daeyoung Lee has only been with San Diego. She had to go through all the transfers through the FIVB clearinghouse, the Federación Internacional de Volleyball. I got that right.
I like that.
There you go, de volleyball. But she needed to get permission from her Korean federation to come play in the United States. But you look at Shampoo on the other side, and look at the solid connections, one after another. A rare hitting error. You look at what they're hitting, very, very high percentage, particularly Brown and Anai, as you pointed out.
Orlando, the first set hit 410, and then the second set hit 390. Those are really good numbers at this level.
Tight pass, Shampoo goes up to get that. Veronica Stone, nice play by Shampoo defensively. A little bit of an awkward rally. That's going to be 4 contacts. There was no touch. That time off the San Diego block. San Diego, the Mojo, last year made it to the semifinals. They were 13-11. Orlando struggled most of the year. They were 8-16. But as we talked about, and your expectations for season 2, with all the player movement, all of the draft choices, and all of the players being free agents, there's going to be a lot more parity. I think the competition, 6-7 teams could make the semifinals.
Definitely. There's so much depth. We see the new young talent just adding to the experience. And we've also got some new international players. But right now, if you're San Diego, you need to serve the ball tougher, create some point-scoring opportunities with your defense. And it starts from the service line.
Pittman is slowed. They've done a very good job so far. Has Orlando on the slide, mostly led by Brown. Good first contact, that time by the middle blocker, Hansen. Really good effort by Reagan Pittman out of Minnesota at the defensive end. Playing in the right front, Schwann off speed. Good read by Kayla Lund. Quality volleyball on the defensive end.
Agreed. Reagan Pittman at 6'4", she's a middle blocker, but now she's playing on the right side. She had 2 big digs in that rally, and then the feed to Ronica Stone to end the rally for San Diego. I like that transition play.
Fabulous choice and recognition by Dae-Young Lee. She didn't have much else to go, and she found Stone. And the service winner. That's been the story so far on the evening. San Diego has been very, very weak at the service line. And that will help both things.
Pittman put some pace on that ball, and it got away from Adora Anai. San Diego needs to pick up that pace.
Perfect pass, Kaz Brown again, and that off of Venegas.
Char Venegas there just catches her high, but Kaz Brown continues to impress. 8 kills on 12 swings. Anai passes it a little left, but Kaz Brown driving hard offensively.
Abercrombie, Lund, very, very good pass, one-on-one. Block deflection, nicely done by Shampoo. 2 players there defensively, certainly better than none. First contact by Shampoo. Good set in transition. Smart by Abercrombie. Brittany Abercrombie, number 6 in blue, off the edge.
I always think transition setting, especially when your setter digs the ball, other players have to step up, make good decisions, and put up a hittable ball. There you see Brittany Abercrombie out of the back row.
Tabron. This reception quality on both teams has been good. We'll give you the numbers, but to recap, opening night of the 2nd season of the Pro Volleyball Federation, Orlando went on a 9-3 run to take the opening set 25-18, went on an 8-3 run to close out the 2nd set 25-18. Here is Lund. Nice dig by Venegas. Chance here by Tabron. Tough one. Dug nicely. Georgia Murphy, the libero for Orlando, has been rock solid. Tabron off the edge. Murphy again right on cue. And there's Abercrombie. Brittany Abercrombie in trans.
Orlando's block touches and defense behind the block have really been impressive. In good spots, Georgia Murphy feeding her setter, and then Abercrombie deep to the corner with pace for the Orlando point.
Abercrombie now 6 of 21, a couple of errors. Nice play by Pittman. Lund, dug by Murphy. And that over the top of the block and just missed. We might have our first challenge. That ball was called out of bounds. You cannot challenge in or out. That is all done electronically. I thought the ball was out, and we will have our first challenge. That ball, you can see, is out of bounds. And so Orlando will be using one of their 2 challenges per set to take a look at whether or not there was a touch on the block.
Anai definitely signaled there was a touch on that play. Not sure if there was.
Adora Anai now hitting at a .430 efficiency, 10 kills on 21 swings, and the only error they have in the stats is this one, and that may come off. She has been exceptional so far on the night. What'd you see, Holly? No block touch. There's the decision. No, and I agree. Was a good swing, good high, hard, flat swing, but just did not get contact with the block, although Orlando, Amy Pauley, and of course Anai thought so. So one challenge remaining in this, the third set for Pauley and the Orlando Valkyrie. A rare lead for San Diego, 7-4, must-win set situation. Rare poor pass by Schwann. Tabron a little bit late. That is not good work on that free ball by San Diego. Anai. Kaz Brown is on fire here offensively.
I did not like the first play by Orlando. They could have taken a swing, but gave San Diego a free ball. Fortunate for Orlando, they got another chance, and Kaz Brown exploding off 1 foot fast through the seam of the San Diego block.
And you see how good that connection is between Shampoo, number 3, the setter, and Kaz Brown, number 11, the middle blocker. Another shank pass. Tabron is kind of feast or famine in the reception game right now. Got to be much more consistent, and Anai has been all night long.
Left-siders are just eating up the setters. Dae-Young Lee, the smaller blocker for San Diego, and Anai is just having a field day going after her.
Do you think we should see Sarah Sponsel at the setting position?
Well, we saw her come in as a double sub, but I think that Taiba Hanif Park wants to let Dae-Young Lee work her way into rhythm with her hitters.
I agree. That's a really good point, and I think you're exactly right. Nice hustle by Lee. And Lund with a good aggressive swing, but missed it just out of bounds.
The good news for San Diego, they do have Sarah Sponsel, they do have Kylie Cole, they've got some great setters who've run this offense all preseason long before Dae-Young Lee got here.
But I think your point is exactly right. Taiba Hanif Park, the head coach for San Diego, wants as many reps, competition or practice gym, that she can possibly get early on in the season. We have come to our first technical timeout. There is Sarah Sponsel, outstanding player. Maybe we'll see her come in for San Diego. San Diego with a 1-point advantage at the first technical timeout, must-win situation for the visiting Mojo, but they're going to have to find a way to slow down a couple of red-hot Valkyries.
Adora Anai, 11 kills, only 1 error. Kaz Brown, 9 kills, hitting for blistering numbers. Orlando has so many offensive weapons. It's going to take them far in this season.
And give a lot of credit to the setter Shampoo out of Thailand. There she is, number 3. Look at that location. Just time and again, very, very consistent.
Not only the location, but Shampoo is making some really good decisions when to get hitters involved, and obviously taking advantage of the smaller blocker on the right side for San Diego.
The 31-year-old setter out of Thailand, Pornpun Goodpard is her name, but she prefers to go by Shampoo.
It's really confusing when you say Pornpun Goodpard and then we call her Shampoo.
That's why I clarified. Okay. I explained that.
I know we've said it a few times, but I'm still confused.
Oh, very nice timing offensively, but Tabron missed it out of bounds.
Beautiful feed, Dae-Young Lee isolating Tabron on the left side. Tabron really likes to attack this line going cross body, just turns it a little too much.
5-1 run now for the Valkyrie to take the 9-8 advantage after a good start by San Diego. Lund has played well in all the phases all night long. Number 28 does so again. Tabron going high flat, and that's a rare miss by Georgia Murphy. Tough chance for the libero for Orlando.
That time, Reagan Pittman stayed in the middle, sent Layla Blackwell to the right side to block. I thought they might have made a position change, but Now Kendra Dahlke, who led San Diego in kills last year, coming back in. Very experienced player, can score on both pins for San Diego.
Has played in France, Germany, and Italy, an All-American at Arizona. Played 13 matches last year for the Mojo. Had some injury issues. Here's Tabron. Nice dig by Venegas. Boy, it's tough to come off the bench and get some elevation.
I was just thinking the same thing, like let her play into it. But first set, Kendra Dahlke turns it down the line for a San Diego point.
Three SMU grads in the PVF this year. Maya and Anaya, along with, as we pointed out,
wow.
Natalie Foster. Yeah.
Wow, San Diego relaxed. Shampoo, the setter for Orlando, was in trouble. One hand tip to the middle of the court. San Diego caught watching.
Anaya is one of the best overhand receivers that I can think of in the game anywhere. She is really, really solid. You do not want to be. How many unforced errors from Dayoung Lee to any of the middle attackers set right now for San Diego? It's got to be half a dozen.
Well, Dayoung Lee trying to get her middles involved. I like it. Now she's running Reagan Pittman out of the middle, keeping Layla Blackwell on the right, going for that double sub, excuse me, that double quick attack.
Dahlke missed that ball out of bounds. San Diego in trouble now. You can just feel it right now. They're sort of swimming or walking in the mud right now, are the Mojo out of San Diego.
Three big offensive weapons. San Diego just needs to figure out how to put them in positions to score.
Orlando went on a nice run and took their first lead until that ball was served out of bounds. Orlando has been much more efficient in the serving phase than has San Diego. But here's Blackwell. Schwann again, very good reception, and Abercrombie got a touch off the block.
Nice high swing again from number 6 for Orlando. Brittany Abercrombie, we haven't even talked about her because Kaz Brown and Adora and I have turned up their offensive game, but there's the offensive balance that's going to take Orlando a long way.
Boy, Dahlke's getting a lot of work right off the sideline, having sat through the first couple of sets and then some. That's a touch off the block. I am very impressed right now with the reception and the setting and the block defense of Orlando.
We talked about the offensive balance. Courtney Schwann shows she can score as well. I've been really impressed with her platform. Her first contact is really good.
Exactly right, exactly right. Technically, Holly, you are a very, very sound player. So you know what, when you see somebody like Schwann make first contact, you go, oh, okay, she can pass.
She just feeds it right to her setter. It's fun to watch.
And faced an awful lot of tough serving the last couple of years playing professionally in Italy. There is Sarah Sponsel coming in now as part of a double sub along with Elise McGee. Sponsel, just recently married. She and her husband have relocated to Oceanside, north of San Diego. In system again. What a good roll shot. Schwann has all the weapons. All-American out of the University of Washington.
Courtney Schwann is one of the best in the game at disguising her roll shot. She cocks her arm back like she's going to rip it, and then again drops it right in the middle of the court.
Ace serve, Abercrombie, number 6 in blue. And Orlando is rolling right now, and San Diego might need a timeout. Remember, they led this early. There's the bolt 6 look. You cannot challenge ball in or out. I love the system. Same used as at the Olympics. McGee is dug. Roll shot again. Ronica Stone got a piece of that. Oh, some confusion. That ball drops on the Orlando side. An awkward error by the Valkyries.
5 players looking at everything.
That's a lot of eyeballs.
Ronica Stone's really good in the middle with her inside hand. She's been able to cut up some balls defensively that have been impressive for San Diego.
Dahlke back to serve. 15-13. We'll have another technical timeout when a team reaches 16. But that was a low toss. Working on Schwann, and not to good effect, but a better block. Tabron That ball is set out of bounds. Ball handling error that time by Kaz Brown.
Maya Tabron, really nice work defensively. Watch 31 in yellow for San Diego. Track this ball and get over the net fast to cut this ball off. And then the overset by Orlando. San Diego point.
15-14. And another ball. You think there's going to be a lot of serving practice
I hope so.
in the San Diego gym coming up?
Everybody's.
Technical timeout. Orlando up 2-0 in 16-14 here in the third. Orlando with a 2-point advantage, but up 2-0. And both Holly McPeak and I are residents of Southern California. I'm a resident of Malibu. And the destruction is hard to fathom what has happened in the Pacific Palisades among so many other areas. But speaking specifically of the Palisades, it's one of the meccas of volleyball in the United States. There's so many volleyball families. Kristen Klein, member of the 1996 Olympic team, and her husband, former NBA star Adam Keefe, have lost their home. Randy Stoklos, beach legend, his home survived. But when you look at the list, Dave Saunders, Olympian, Steve Salmons, Olympian, Ricky Ludes, Chris Marlowe's brother lives in Santa Monica Canyon. Miles Partain, his family lost their house, Olympian on the beach, and I know you know of others.
So many people affected.
If you can do anything, at all, this is going to take a monumental effort for years and years to come. My family is safe. We've been blessed. But thoughts and prayers to all those, not hundreds, but thousands of people who are suffering. It's just hard to imagine, and we just send our best possible wishes in this terrible circumstance.
And prayers to all those that are battling these fights.
Yes, indeed, the first responders, etc. And back to this match. You know, it's a big match. It's a big start to a second season, but what has happened in Southern California, I've lived there my entire life, and I know you have as well, Holly, and nobody has ever seen anything like this, and it's just unbelievable. One of my son's very good friends lost their magnificent home right in the heart of the Palisades. And fortunately, their entire street was decimated. Daeyoung Lee back to serve, 17-16, San Diego Mojo in a must-win situation. Schwann, a rare poor pass. Dalkey's been pretty good since coming on. Tabron got a piece of the block, and it deflected away from Georgia Murphy.
Maya Tabron, the rookie out of SMU, played 4 years at Colorado, finished at SMU. Beautiful sharp turn inside the block for San Diego. Taiba Hanif Park, head coach for San Diego, has been really impressed with what she brings to this team.
Look at Anai just delivering a dime. That ball's tight. That's a ball handling error by Dalkey. I don't know who you serve for Orlando right now.
You got to serve seams and put some pace on.
Good point. That's exactly right. Seams.
Good block touch. And then that one just gets away from Dalkey, and I cleaning things up at the net.
Working on Tabron, good in reception, and off the top of the block, nicely done in reception, and then transitioning to attack by 31 in goal.
San Diego needs to turn it up on the defensive side. I talked about the serve, pace to space, please, and then a defensive stop.
Tabron, 8 kills on 25 swings. Anai again has so many different ways to score for Orlando, number 14 in blue.
And San Diego spun the dial so they'd have Reagan Pittman on Adora Anai, and they still are not able to stop her. The quick arm is deceptive to stop for Orlando.
Does not need much of a glide path and has a rocket of a swing. Here is Anai back at the line. easy to Tabron. Blackwell, and did she miss it out of bounds? Did. Missed it out of bounds.
Big swing, just a little bit too wide on that cutback.
Orlando 5 points away from winning their opener. Once again, they were 8-16 last year, but so many changes around the league after a busy season of free agency. Yeah, that's going to be a net violation. A little bit late. Another change. The first referee is now responsible for all calls. Does not get help on the floor from the second referee. Calls nets, calls everything. It's a different system, and they're starting it out this second season.
So what is the second referee responsible for?
Responsible for confirming calls, confirming substitutions, and taking care of all the challenges. Nicely done by Schwann.
San Diego needs to find out ways to stop the outsides. Courtney Schwann again going to that corner, in between that middle back and left back defender for San Diego.
A very, very good combination of Schwann and Anai. There is Foster wearing number 13 in blue. Also, oh, look at that serve. One teammate to another. How many times did they do that in practice in Dallas-Fort Worth? Nicely done by Dalkey.
Dae-Young Lee isolating Kendra Dalkey on that left pin. I love the pace of her sets. Really quick to the pins and giving her hitters a one-on-one opportunity.
This is going to be a work in progress for a couple of weeks, but you can see the quality from Lee at the setting position. Overpass, got to take care of that. Good dig. Nice read that time by Murphy. Murphy also out of the University of Oregon. A lot of Pac-12 influence in this particular match. Taiba Hanif Park is beside herself. That unforced error. You got to find hands. Other matches on opening night: Atlanta at Omaha, Grand Rapids at Las Vegas coming up later tonight. That's on the PVF YouTube channel. Holly and I will fly home, see what's going on in Southern California, and then head to Grand Rapids for their match against Omaha on Sunday. Good touch by Venegas. That ball set a little tight. Shampoo, left side to Schwann. Boy, does she love that roll shot. Good read by Venegas. Deep into area 5. Schwann again getting her exercise. So's Venegas. Quality point by both teams. San Diego really needs it. Good save by Dae-Young Lee. Smart shot. Look at that pass by Murphy. Oh, Shampoo.
Love the defensive effort, both sides of the net, but Shampoo with a good choice to end that long rally right in the middle.
That was a very gutsy read by the outstanding setter from Thailand. Look at that. The key was the pass from Murphy.
Agreed.
That was really tough.
Georgia Murphy from the back line pushes it all the way up to her setter so she can do that.
2 points away. Good swing by Dalkey. Murphy on the over dig. Anai right there again. Murphy there with the cover. Boy, it is hard to put the ball away right now against either team. Dalkey, lots of work on the left side. Anai with a perfect read. As Brown, saved by Tabron.
I might have squealed. What is going on? Great rally, both sides of the net, and then just a misconnection for San Diego.
Well, the slide queen went to hit a slide, and Dae-Young Lee thought she was going in front.
Yep.
Those are the things that will be worked out. Once again, a late set run. Opening set, 9-3 run. Orlando wins. Second set, 8-3 run. Orlando wins. They're 1 point away, and they're on a 7-4 run. That ball off of Dalkey and out of bounds. ranked #1 for the Orlando Valkyries, picked to finish second this year behind only Atlanta, featuring Leah Edmond, the first ever player of the year in the PVF. Stone, no. Oh, beautiful swing by Tabron.
San Diego working for some momentum right now. Huge swing by Tabron on the left side. Orlando wants to sit down and talk about it. DeYoung Lee pushes it fast, big seam, and Tabron able to put some pace on it, finding the floor.
I like this timeout a lot. Orlando taking no chances. Want to remind everybody, Franklin Sports is a proud partner of the Pro Volleyball Federation on Fox Sports. And right now, there is Franklin, the maker of the official ball of the Pro Volleyball Federation. Since the league's inception, this is the opening night of season #2, and Orlando has not disappointed. It wasn't just, you know, look at their roster, a lot of depth, and Amy Pauley was very, very excited, has put together a strong team. Now, they're going to be a factor all season long, as will the defending champions Omaha and last year's regular season champs from Atlanta. Orlando 2 points away. There are the draft picks. Nora Sis. A couple of years ago, she was player of the year in the Big East Conference. Natalie Foster, Lydia Grote. We saw Lydia Grote is really good. She's gonna spend some time. Anna Smrek of Wisconsin. I'm not sure what she's doing.
She went to Italy.
She did go to Italy. You know, there are just a few opportunities for women playing volleyball these days. It's so good. It is so good. Match point for Orlando. Oh, the crowd is filled in nicely. Kaz Brown over the top. Venegas got it. Free ball coming. Schwann, no. Brown. What a good block deflection by Tabron. Murphy again. Excellent setting. Schwann, Venegas with the dig. And looking for hands. Ball is out of bounds, and Orlando wins it in a sweep.
Orlando really impressive tonight on both sides of the ball. They've had a full roster in training camp, and it shows the rhythm offensively, the first contact, the team defense.
San Diego will clean some things up. They hit 190 as compared to Orlando's 330. And I think so much of that, this is not a criticism, it's just the truth. DeYoung Lee has been with this team for a matter of days, whereas Shampoo has been with Orlando for a month. And the difference there, the continuity, was really a huge advantage for Orlando.
It makes a huge difference. It's like a quarterback. Your timing, your routes, everything you do offensively runs through your setter. So it's going to take time for San Diego to find that rhythm. So
Orlando wins it 3-0, 25-22. In the third, we have more volleyball coming up for you on Sunday on Fox. It's our first look at the 2024 Pro Volleyball Federation champions, the Omaha Supernovas, taking on Grand Rapids, taking on the Rise. That's Sunday, 6 Eastern on FS2 Fox Sports. On opening night,
I'm really excited what's to come. I think Taiba Hanif Park, the head coach for San Diego, knew that they were going to be a work in progress. It's just going to be a matter of time. They had a slow start last year, and they made it to the semifinals. So Orlando has lots of promise, lots of offensive threats. It's going to be fun to see how they grow as the season progresses,
no question, Holly. You're exactly right. Once again, Omaha and Grand Rapids coming up Sunday at 6 Eastern time on Fox Sports 1. And DeYoung Lee, once she and Ronica Stone get on the same page, this is going to be a very, very dangerous team. Thanks so much for watching the opening match of the 2025 Pro Volleyball Federation. For our entire crew and Holly McPeak, I'm Paul Sunderland. Our next match, once again, Sunday, 6 Eastern. Grand Rapids hosts Omaha. Good night, everybody.